And Udi Valadao came in second on the world title run. And look at his family, his kids coming up.
Dave winning.
Oh, awesome. That is probably one of the best shots I think I've seen all event. That was
Wow.
incredible. And Alex right there getting the shot as well on the cameraman here at the Encanto Pro. So Dave Winchester and his family congratulating him. And that's the ultimate support right there.
Maury Laverne up and riding.
Oh, my. Starting off that second heat of round number 6, Amory Laverne going for a backflip, but could not pull it off. And you can see a little bit of clouds are starting to roll in right here. So may see a little change in the climate and the weather and the conditions. But Udi Valadao out in the yellow jersey versus Amory Laverne. So we got two former world champions going head-to-head out in the water. So now's a perfect time to pay some of the bills with these ads. We'll be right back.
When it's snowing up north, you could be playing golf right here or here. Choose between the Caribbean or Atlantic. The view is up to you.
We do golf better.
Beaches. We have more than 300 to pick from. There's Flamenco. We think the most beautiful beach in the world, just waiting for you.
We do beaches better.
For 500 years, people have come to Puerto Rico to create memories.
It's about time you discover why Puerto Rico does it better.
Mi gente, lo más grande de este mundo, siempre me hacen sentir un orgullo profundo.
Que jangueando en la playa, pasado de las rayas, por encima de la malla, no puede faltar la medalla.
Conmigo sí. Que cante mi gente.
Mira, mi gente sorprende con el oro siempre y que bien se siente, ¿verdad?
Medallitas somos todos buscando buen ambiente.
Lo que le gusta a tu mamá.
Natalia, te he amado toda la vida. Cásate conmigo.
Y ahora, lo que te gusta a ti. Lo que le gusta a tu mamá y también a ti. Malta India, esa es la mía.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Manny V holding it down here for the Encanto Pro live feed brought to you by SeaPuertoRico.com. Just got word, NMD and Versus will be the main head sponsors, the naming sponsors for the Frontone Pro. So great marketing strategy right there for NMD and Versus, because Frontone will probably be the most watched event on the 2012 IBA World Tour for two reasons. A possible world title race ending up at Frontone, and obviously Frontone for itself. Out in the water, heat number 2, round number 6, two former world champions going head-to-head out in the water to advance on into the quarterfinals. Only one rider will do that, Udi Valadao or Amory Laverne. Udi Valadao, the Brazilian in the yellow jersey, comes around that section, carves a nice reverse, finding another little section on the inside. Will it form up for him? This is what went down during the ads, and Udi Valadao on his first wave goes for a roll, goes for actually an ARS backflip combination right there, but could not pull it off. Udi Valadao with a 3.63 on that wave, and here he is on another one. Oh, that's what he was going for right there. Udi Valadao on a smaller wave, pretty much caught that wave on his way back out. Amory Laverne only one wave, but Udi Valadao now has two waves under his belt. As you can see, he perfect timing, nice and clean, going for an ARS, lands it perfectly, and pulls it around and kicks out. So a solid move right there. One move wave, or one maneuver wave, but a solid, clean, high, extended ARS for Udi Valadao. I wouldn't be surprised that will be in the 5s or 6s for Udi Valadao. Again, Udi Valadao, a former world champion, 2008, and in 2007 was second behind Ben Player. So he's making a strong showing right now. Unfortunately, he's not in the run for a world title, but Amory Laverne, he is. And we'll give you the stats on that in just a second. But 2010, Amory Laverne out in the red jersey from the Reunion Island. Amory Laverne now going to be calling Gran Canaria home for a few months, or I don't know how long, but he will be living just within driving distance of Fronton and the many awesome reef breaks surrounding Fronton. So he's going to be calling Isla Canarias home for the next few months for sure, and whether he sets up camp there for the next years will be. You know what? I won't doubt it. I mean, Fronton is one of the best bodyboarding waves in the world, and it's we're pretty lucky to have NMD and Versus to be the naming sponsors of the next event, Fronton Pro. That will be starting off on December 7th. That is when the event is set to start for that. Again, can't thank you enough for tuning in. And I'm going to be saying that pretty much all day because you, the viewer, are the ones that essentially are the ones that make this happen when it comes down to the nitty gritty. So thank you. And I'm going to name off the first 10 people who logged in on the second Where You At post on our IBA World Tour Facebook page. David Soriano, again, the first one to say what's up. He's tuned in from California. Michael on the sunny coast. Diogo, Lisbon, Portugal, tuning in from his office computer. And I'll get back to the rest of the list. So looks like we do have some action. Look at these sets rolling in out the back. Anybody in position? Yes, Amaury Laverne taking a look, going left on this. Nice spin right there to start off this wave. Can he get around that section? Finds a little section, rolls through that one, and nice clean maneuvers, but not very spectacular. But it will be scored, accordingly. The judges have been on cue throughout the entire event, and now taking a look at the replay. I believe it was Udi Valadao who had priority for Amaury to catch this wave. Amaury, nice spin, comes around the section, clean roll right there, and lands on the foam ball. And perfect landing. Nice, clean, smooth set of maneuvers right there. Amaury Laverne, yes, he is a former world champion, and he is one of those world champions that took the responsibility in his hands and actually did a fabulous job as representing bodyboarding. He put out a book, which will be distributed in the next few months here. So as soon as that hits the shelves, make sure you pick it up, buy it for some friends, do whatever you got to do. Because there's not many bodyboarding books out there, but taking a sneak peek at what Amaury did down in Reunion Island last year, it was incredible. So as soon as that book hits the shelf, make sure you grab it. And I think you'll be able to pre-order it. But you know what? Hit up Amaury Laverne. You can find him... I believe he does have a blog. It is Moz, MOZ.RE. So make sure you find out how to pre-order. Now we got the winner of the last heat downstairs with Nicole. Nicole, where you at?
Good morning, Manny. I'm here with Dave Winchester. Dave, congratulations for your win. And how you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I had one bad heat yesterday, but today's a new day and got some good waves. I'm happy. I'm still kicking on.
Before your heat, what do you think?
I was pretty rattled before my heat. We found out that we became, and my wife and myself became an uncle, and our two daughters now have a little cousin born. Amy's sister had a baby last night, so we had to get the kids up out of bed this morning. And congratulations to Jessica and Paul on baby little Harper. So we got the kids out of bed really late, and my wife was on Skype to her mum talking about the baby, and I was like, we gotta go. So I didn't really have too much time to think, and I don't know, maybe it's a good thing, just get out there and surf.
The conditions today?
Yeah, they seem pretty good. There's still a little bit of swell and a little bit of power in it, so I think once that tide goes out, it should get pretty good.
And say hello.
Hi to everyone watching, thanks for the support, and yeah, keep watching, this next one's going to be good.
Congratulations again. Back to you, Manny.
The competitor that he is, Dave Winchester, he knows what's at stake, and he knows that he's going to face off with Guilherme Temega. This rivalry has been incredible throughout the 2012 World Tour. We've seen them go head-to-head in some incredible conditions, in some incredible events, and it's going to be pretty awesome to watch. That's another heat you do not want to miss. Quarterfinal number 1, Guilherme Temega faces off with Dave Winchester. That is going to be a scorcher. Again, thank you for tuning in. It's going to be insane these last few heats of the event. It's going to be incredible seeing the quarterfinal where Dave Winchester and Guilherme Temega face off. But now it's up to these two guys. Who will face off with Ruben Bobby Quinones, the Puerto Rican, who is waiting patiently in quarterfinal number 2. He will face off with the winner between Uri Valadao and Amaury Laverne. As you can see on your screen, the situation in this 30-minute heat. It is round number 6, heat number 2. Uri Valadao kicking as hard as he can to get into this wave. Way behind the section. Look at that perfect bottom turn to get all the speed he can to come around the section. Does a spin, but that is it on that wave. Priority was in Amaury Laverne's wave, so Uri Valadao didn't want to be sitting around, hanging around, doing nothing, so he decided to go on that medium-sized wave to better his lower of his 2 high-scoring waves at 3.63. Waiting patiently on the outside with priority, Amaury Laverne currently in second place with a 1.88 and a 4.83. I'm going to hit down that list one more time on our Facebook page. I think I left off at Diogo. Jack tuned in from Perth. Jacob also tuned in from Australia. Shannon on the east coast of Australia. Aaron in England. What's up, mate? Hayden Thompson on the sunny coast. Ronks Production is in Cape Town, watching from South Africa. Amsterdam, Joao. What are you doing in Amsterdam, buddy? Joao sounds like a Brazilian or a Portuguese name, so let me know what you're doing. But first, look at what Amaury Laverne is doing on this left-hander. Oh, ARS out the back. Amaury Laverne, a clean ARS. Pulls that thing around, finds an inside section, and adds a couple more little points on the inside with a roll right there. Look at this. He knows he needs to get a high-scoring wave right now because time is winding down. 6 minutes remaining in this. I'm sorry, not 6. 18 minutes remaining in this heat. Amaury Laverne coming around the section, eyeing up the section. He knows, we all know he's going to do something big, whether it's a backflip or an ARS. He opted for the ARS. The combination of an air, roll, and spin, that is that maneuver, the ARS, done perfectly by Amaury Laverne. Takes that thing all the way to the inside, squeezing in a couple other little maneuvers, but a solid wave right there. The judges are going to like that. A big variety of combinations right there. So you can see the priority boxes right there in yellow. It is Uri Valadao with priority. Now in red, Amaury Laverne. That was sitting at the priority at the priority boxes was Baco holding it down in the priority seat, making sure that all the riders know that the priority boxes are situated perfectly. Bianca hooking me up with an orange juice and some breakfast sandwiches. The staff here at the Encanto Pro has been hands down incredible. I can't thank them enough. I mean, when I show up, or when anybody from the media crew or the bodyboarders, whatever, they're like, what do you need? What do you want? How can we help you? They've been incredible. Bianca, Pamela, and Natasha have all been doing an incredible job, and we all can't thank them enough. There are the Brazilians right there. Nicole, our interviewer, getting ready for his next heat with the yellow jersey, Eder Luciano. Isabella Sosa, your 2012 Women's World Champion, is right there with her hair in a ponytail. GT, multiple world champion, Eder Luciano, making his way down to the beach right now to get ready to face off with the Hawaiian, Jacob van der Velde. Currently out in the water, 16 minutes remaining. Amaury Laverne in the red jersey, currently leading the charge with a 8.38 on that last wave. The judges, again, like that combination of maneuvers and that big ARS out the back. So a solid score right there for Amaury Laverne. Uri Valadao now has his work cut out for him. Can he find a 7.22 wave? I think he can. Former world champions, both of them out in the water. What's going to happen in these last 15 minutes? Keep your eyes on the screen. Zach tuned in from, he goes by Chainsaw in Port Macquarie, tuned in. David in Perth. Nuno is also tuned in from Mozambique, I believe. Tom tuned in from Curl. Bruno in Portugal. He's at work. Thank you for tuning in. And who was I talking to? I was talking to somebody the other day, and they said, yeah, I'm at work, and I can't have the window open, but I do have my headphones on, and I am listening. So there are people that listen and who can't watch, so I appreciate that too. Everybody from tuning in all over the world, I can't thank you enough. Josh on the Sunshine Coast, and Retta, of course, the Morocco riders tuning in as well. We're going to see some incredible heats today, ladies and gentlemen. We already know who our Dropney World Champion and winner of the event, Sasha Specker, and the winner of the women's event is Carla Costa-Taylor, the world title going to Isabella Sosa. Currently out in the water, heat number 2, round number 6, 2 world champions, former world champions, Uri Valadao 2008, Amaury Laverne 2010. These guys know what it takes to advance on out of critical heats like this one. 14 minutes, 37 seconds remaining. These are 30-minute heats. 30-minute heats. We're going to have 4 heats in round number 6. Top 2 waves are scored 15 wave maximum. Each rider has the opportunity to catch 15 waves. If they catch 15 waves and the 16th wave is caught, that wave will not be scored at all. In fact, Juan Santos on the beach commentary will notify them, hey, you're coming up on your last wave. Hey, that was your last wave. So Juan Santos doing an incredible job. Everybody's starting to creep down onto the beach, and look at Bobby Quinones, the local rider here from Puerto Rico with the white hat. He will be waiting patiently in heat number 2 in the quarterfinals. And definitely the Puerto Rican contingent, all the Puerto Rican viewers who cannot be here for the live event will be watching from their office or TV or a bar. I think the Puerto Ricans know how to have and love life and party and have a good time. So they're going to be watching their very own Bobby Quinones in quarterfinal number 2. But currently 13 minutes, 20 seconds remaining out in the water. Amaury Laverne leading the charge with an 8.38. Well, you can see the scores there. That's where they're at right now. But what you don't see is that Amaury has caught 4 waves already, and Uri Valadao has caught 3 waves. So both of them trying to better the lower of those 2 high-scoring waves, a 4.83 for Amaury and a 3.63 for Uri Valadao. There you go. You see all the waves, and you see what they got to do to better their lower scores. Look at this right now. Amaury Laverne taking a look on this left, drops to the bottom, looking for another section, gets to that section a little late, goes for a roll, and he's doing everything he can to get out in front of that whitewash. But it is Uri Valadao on the outside. Again, priority system is in place. Amaury had priority, caught that wave. Uri Valadao had then priority and caught his wave, but now it's about who goes out, who makes it out to the outside first. Amaury Laverne, another look. Little late on his timing, but was able to kick out and pull out in front of that. A nice clean through the lip roll for Amaury Laverne, and then Uri Valadao catching a wave after that. You can see Amaury Laverne paddling to the west. The further down the beach he goes, he will be able to get into this little rip current that has been there all throughout the entire event. Guilherme Temega, the bearded one, Roberto Bruno in the white shirt, the Brazilians. Look at this. This is how serious these guys take this competition. They know, oh, what is that called? I know a sun salutation or downward dog. I know some of the yoga moves, but these guys and girls are all physically fit and at the top of their game right now to be at this level and at this position in this contest. I mean, Eder Luciano, he's no stranger to the competition. He is a fierce competitor, and we will see him coming up next going against Jacob van der Velde. And if I know Jacob, he's probably not stretching as much as Eder is doing right now. Instead, he's probably having some fish and some poi. Look at this. Out the back, Uri Valadao on a nice size one. He knows that barrel isn't going to last forever, so he opts to go for a big roll through the lip and throws an ARS right in the face of Amaury Laverne as he's paddling out. Nice, solid wave. Definitely going to better that 3.63 that he has on his scorecard. Amaury Laverne paddling out and seeing that all firsthand. Look at this. As you can see, he didn't have that nice clean bottom turn to get slotted in that barrel. And the barrel wasn't going to be that long, so he goes for a roll on the outside, the first maneuver, and going for an ARS right there. Had to pull that thing around. Not as clean as some of the big moves that we've seen from Uri Valadao. So again, former world champion 2008 out in the water. This is Uri Valadao from Brazil. One fierce competitor and very talented on his eyebrow muscles right there. So Uri Valadao with a solid score, hopefully coming down the pipeline for him. It is a 10-minute 10 minutes to go in this heat number 2, round number 6. Again, welcome everybody to the Encanto Pro, brought to you by SeaPuertoRico.com. Again, a lot of things are at stake at this event. As you can see, some of the riders waiting and watching. Jeff Hubbard showing up. I think he may have already gotten some waves, but Jeff Hubbard, if not, probably stretching and getting ready. He's going to be coming up in, I believe, heat number 4 of round number 6, so he'll be up in a couple heats from now. 9 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Round number 6, heat number 2 out in the water. There is a situation. Udi getting a 6.63. That is not enough for him to get in that first place spot. Now he needs a 7.19 on his next wave to get into that first place position. Can Amaury Laverne, your 2010 world champion, fend off the 2008 world champion, Udi Valadao, to advance on into the quarterfinals? The winner of this heat will go face-to-face, head-to-head against the local legend, Bobby Quinones. That's going to be coming up right after round number 6. So I'm telling you, a ton of action going down right now in this competition. Today is the last day of the contest window, and we will finish up the entire event here at the Encanto Pro, brought to you by SeaPuertoRico.com. Quick shout out to some of the sponsors that made it happen here at the Encanto Pro. We have a giant list of main sponsors, and I'm going to pick away at it little by little. Of course, the Department of Sports and Recreation here in Puerto Rico, they have been a detrimental part to make this event happen 2 years in a row. Medalla Light, the local beer here, and I can't tell you how many of those I've had throughout the entire waiting period, but very good, very tasty, very good cold. Malta, India, thank you very much. Gasolina, party in a pouch. These things are tasty. And I wish I can just carry these on the plane with me. I'm going to try to sneak some of those on, see what happens. Via del Mar How, right down the road where the judges are saying, Udi Valadao, quick bottom turn, in and out. Not much there for Udi to play with, so he kicks out of that one. La Equis, official radio station for bodyboarders here in Puerto Rico. Isabela Municipality, thank you very much for making it happen and letting us be a part of, the great area here in Middles. Sprite, Vitamin Water, Puerto Rico Sports Network, and yes, Pan Pepin. I think we got hooked up with like 100 loaves of bread for the media house, and we can't thank you enough, Pan Pepin. Puerto Rico Wire, Choice Cable, Banana Boat, El Nuevo Dia, the official newspaper of the event, and Yogen Frus. Yogen Frus had their yogurt machines set up here on the beach during the sunny earlier days, and that was tasty. Look at this, Udi Valadao and Amaury Laverne on the outside as these sets start rolling in. Priority is in the hands of Amaury Laverne. That's why Udi Valadao knows that Amaury Laverne, a.k.a. Maz, has priority. So Udi's going to sit on the inside and wait for the little smaller perfect waves like this one. What's he going to do? Keep your eyes on the screen. Oh, that thing shut down on Udi Valadao. We've already seen one heat go down in round number 6. It was Mark McCarthy versus Dave Winchester. And Mark McCarthy put together a good showing, but it was Dave Winchester's consistency and wave selection that knocked out Mark McCarthy from the event. Mark McCarthy will end up with an equal 9th overall at the Encanto Pro. Eder Luciano in the yellow jersey getting ready to come up next as he's adjusting his watch. So that is those main sponsors. I'll hit up the surf sponsors and industry and media partners. And while I'm at it, ebodyboarding.com. Now is the time to buy your bodyboarding gear. 10% off if you type in Encanto in that code box as you exit the shopping cart. So type in the code Encanto and take 10% off. Now's the time to buy your goods from ebodyboarding.com. Again, a very, very big event here, the Encanto Pro. We may see a world title being clinched by Dave Winchester. That is if Dave Winchester wins this event and if Jeff Hubbard does not make it into the final. That is essentially what is going to happen. That's essentially what needs to happen for Dave Winchester to take the world title here at the Encanto Pro. Again, Dave Winchester must win, and Jeff Hubbard cannot make it to the final. That is essentially the scenario for Dave Winchester to win a world title here at the Encanto Pro. But I got to tell you, I keep saying Dave, but no, it's Jeff Hubbard. Jeff Hubbard has been looking incredible throughout the entire day. Has been on cue, and he's coming up shortly in round 6, heat number 4. So he's going to face off with Andrew Lester in a couple heats. But this is a situation winding down 4 minutes, 37 seconds. Omri Laverne versus Udi Valadao. And it is Omri with priority trying to fend off Udi Valadao from catching a solid wave. Look at this. Omri taking a look, letting this one go. Oh, man, tough situation. As you can see, the rights are coming in on the other side, the right side of Omri Laverne. But Udi Valadao knows that, but he does not have priority, so he's not going to go over there. And he could go over there, in fact, without that priority and try to push and tease Omri Laverne to go drop in on a wave and then get the priority away from Omri Laverne. But he's opting not to do that, and instead waiting on the inside for these smaller waves right here like this one. This could be a fun, perfect little wave. But again, interesting to see how these riders use that priority system to their advantage. Again, if I was Udi Valadao, I would probably go sit on the other side of Maz, because Maz is still going to try to get that better wave no matter what. So Udi Valadao, if I was him, I would go on the deeper side of Omri Laverne and try to push him into some of these rights. But who knows? It's Udi Valadao on this left. Look at that. Oh, a big air roll spin. An ARS is what all the bodyboarders around the world call that maneuver. An ARS from Udi Valadao. Nice and clean. Not a big wave, but it's super clean maneuver in ARS. Udi Valadao trying to better his lower of 2 scores, which is a 3.63. He may have done that, but Udi Valadao needs a 7.19 to get into that first place spot. It is Omri Laverne's solid score of an 8.38 that is fending off Udi Valadao. Let's take another look. Udi Valadao coming around that section, eyes it up, and here he goes into his textbook ARS. Perfect landing, pulls that thing around, almost pulls it off completely on the landing. Comes to the inside, spin, kick out. Solid wave for Udi Valadao, your 2008 world champion. Again, let me restate what has to be done for Dave Winchester, what he has to do, and what variables have to happen to make him a world champion here at the Encanto Pro. He essentially has to win this event, make it through the final, and win the event, and Jeff Hubbard cannot be in the final with him. That is what has to happen for Dave Winchester to become a world champion here at this event. But Jeff Hubbard, he has to make the final to block that world title to Jeff Hubbard, but to Dave Winchester. But look at this. PLC and Jeff Hubbard could face off in the semifinals, and that is going to be very exciting to watch if that goes down. That's always an epic rivalry, as well as the Dave Winchester-Guilherme Tamega rivalry. That's what you call visualization right there. Bobby Quinones talking to one of his buddies right there in the white shirt. Bobby Quinones coming up next in the quarterfinals, heat number 2. Bobby trying to call, that's, you probably don't know, but he just whistled across the beach, tried to get attention of somebody else. But again, thank you for tuning in from all over the world. Manny V here holding it down, waiting for his co-host to come in here, Trevor Cam, taking a break from this last heat. He will be back here to hold it down for the next 2 heats. Steve Action Jackson tuned in from Rio de Janeiro. I got him via Skype right here, throwing me some factoids from the comfort of his own home, or I don't know. Are you in a cafe or an internet cafe? I don't know. He'll let me know about that. But shout outs again. The NMD versus Frontone Pro is going down live. Starting the contest window starts on the 7th of December. Udi Valadao taking off on this one right here. Trying to keep busy, trying to stay warm, knowing that Omri Laverne. Oh, you know what? Looking at the time right now, that could be the end of the road for Udi Valadao. He sits on his board. You can see him frustrated right there. Omri Laverne holding on that priority the entire last 10, 15 minutes away from Uri Valadao. Very upset, very frustrated